It is the cold case murder that has haunted Cedar Rapids for decades. In 1979, during the Christmas season, someone murdered Michelle Martinko. The killer has never been caught. Tonight, the story you have never heard from the sister who has waited 35 Christmases to find out who killed Michelle Martinko. It's a story you will only see on Fox 28.
She was sort of our miracle baby because my mother was 44 when she had my sister. She was just the world and all to us. And as a child, she was the happiest little girl you'd ever want to meet.
18, model, beautiful, popular in dance and music at Kennedy High School. Michelle Martinko had everything going her way.
She was very, very feminine, and I was the tomboy. So she was a totally new experience for me. She was my little doll.
Proud sister Janelle watched Michelle grow from the flower girl at her and John's wedding into an amazing young woman who ventured out a few nights before Christmas with cash to buy a coat at the newly opened Westdale Mall. They'll never forget the gasping phone call from Janelle's mother.
And she just said, "Michelle's been murdered."
I thought she was choking. I couldn't imagine what was wrong. She couldn't breathe.
Michelle was 18, an adult, but when she didn't come home, police finally agreed to go search. And they found her, not in some secluded park or alley, but right here at Westdale, where she had been killed in the most savage way.
A violent struggle in that car. The police said she was stabbed 19 times, in the face and the chest, with defensive wounds on her hands.
People that as late as 8 o'clock in the evening did see her and she was fine.
Police were confident the killer would quickly be caught, but in the car they found no fingerprints, no murder weapon, and no motive. The money still in Michelle's purse. It seemed personal, a crime of jealous rage.
The hardest thing is the lack of any reason.
They didn't want her money. They didn't want her sexually. They just wanted her life. And that just was not something we could understand. I mean, she was the everyday average high school girl. You don't get murdered. That just does not happen.
As the Martinko family buried Michelle, days turned to months. Rumors at school ran wild. Was it a jilted boy, a relative, a teacher, even a jealous girl? A theory supported by cruel phone calls to Martinko's parents.
Is Michelle there at Christmas time? Can I talk to Michelle? Well, Michelle's dead. Ha 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 ha. You know, that kind of thing.
Michelle's ex-boyfriend became a prime suspect.
He was at Westdale Mall that night and ran into her in the hallway and they had words.
But he was later cleared. Police know that in the violent frenzy in the car, the killer stabbed himself and likely had a large gash. DNA testing on the blood left behind has cleared more than 70 people Michelle knew and thousands more in prison databases across the country.
She turned out to be a very good athlete.
Our lives are all through those scrapbooks. And Michelle's stops.
Even after 35 years, emotions are raw. The pain does not go away. Michelle's mom and dad both went to their graves never knowing the truth. The heartbreak of losing their miracle baby literally killed them.
My mother just didn't go out of the house anymore. Didn't want to talk to people. Terribly depressed. My father wound up having a stroke and had to quit work early. And then she took care of him. Their lives were destroyed. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. When people say, oh, you know, you're having family for Christmas or whatever, and do you have sisters or brothers? And I said, I used to.
Janelle says she still cries during the holidays when she thinks about Michelle, what might have been, and how much she misses her little sister, the beautiful young woman who will forever be 18.
If somebody knows anything about this, it's never too late to give this information out. And I do think that somebody has information. I think it's our only hope at this point.
Cedar Rapids police call this a very active investigation. There is a $5,000 reward for anyone with information that leads to an arrest. Janelle says she hopes someone will do the right thing.